real SASSers of genius.
Today, we salute you, Miss Annoyingly Joyful and Excessively Frustrating Intercom User. Each morning, when the only thing we want to do is sleep in, we can always count on you to put the kibosh on our dreams.
Good morning, Voyagers.
Though they may seem pointless, we know that the ship's coordinates, those little quips about staff, and special shoutouts to your compadres are well worth the extra time.
Just send the announcement.
So the next time we hear those merry two tones, though most of us are pulling the sheets over our heads, you'll be there to breathe into the microphone harder than the northern winds of the Adriatic.
Move your mouth back a couple of inches.
So here's to you, mortar of the microphone, you ruler of respiration. Today, we salute you.
Miss Annoyingly Joyful and Excessively Frustrating Intercom User.
Good morning, Voyagers. It's time for the bridge report. The Explorer's position, latitude 35 degrees, 31 minutes north, longitude 52 degrees and 24 minutes west. Distance made good since departing our last port, 2,202 nautical miles. Distance made good since noon yesterday, 277 nautical miles. Distance until we reach our next port, 1,151 nautical miles. We're traveling at an average speed of about 12.12 knots, and distance to the nearest land is 645 nautical miles. Sea depth, 3,291 meters. Sea and air temperature, a toasty 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are traveling north-northeast at 6.6 knots, and sunset today is at 20:20. Sunrise tomorrow bright and early 06:09 for those of you in the Sunrise Club. Note that tonight you get to set your clocks back by 1 hour.
My favorite memory isn't necessarily a particular time or experience, but a feeling that I carried with me. And it was a feeling that came when we were about to board the ship, and all of us didn't know each other, but we were excited about what we were about to do. When we got off in our first port, didn't know what we were going to do, but we knew we were going to explore and have a good time. And all the cab rides and meals and conversations with locals, and the classroom conversations, the seminars that we all attended, that in every corner of the world, despite the difference and the distance that we all have and the discolorment about what the world actually is, that somehow we're all the same. And I think it's a feeling that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
If you have proper tallywhacker protection, we're all going to be all right, okay? I said it, and I'm glad I said it. Okay. Okay.
The Olympics was a lot of fun.
I think my favorite activity was the synchronized swimming. You know, we got up that morning at 9 o'clock, had no idea what we were going to do, and got in the pool and started dancing. And then the emergency siren rang and we had to go get our life vests on, and we were all wet and we had to put on sweats and shoes and hats and stand there dripping while we were going through our drill. And then we got right back in the pool and did it again. And that's something that you can't make up. It's just something that happened, and we won and we had a blast.
The people in the countries are what really makes the country. Seeing the sights is awesome. Experiencing the history is great, but the people and interacting with the people is what really made this voyage for me.
After being on the ship for 10 days, when we got to Spain, we realized how much of a family we were. You also learn that Even though there's different cultures and religions, we all have same commonality between us, that we're all humans, we all have rights, we all strive to be different in our own unique ways.
Shipboard life is unique because you're sailing from one country to the next. You're making plans with all these people that you just met, and not only are you making new friends, but you're making new travel companions.
I really liked my extended family. We were linked with faculty and other students, and we were adopted, so we had a mom and a dad and sisters and brothers, and it was nice because we were all far away from our real families, so it was nice to have that.
The shipboard auction was a fun event. You really saw how everyone came together to raise money for the community and for Semester at Sea and everything it hopes to do in the future. It was really entertaining to watch how excited people got to potentially raise the flag in Norfolk or drive the ship. Picking dinner was also a big hit. Everyone was pretty excited when we got our fajita night.
It's not only a unique chance to get to meet people around the world sailing on this boat, but also to meet people from across the states. I've met so many friends from West Coast, East Coast, the North and the South. It's been so much fun just to get to know them and their points of view.
When we got on the ship in Halifax, I was smiling ear to ear with the excitement of the experience that laid ahead of me. But as my parents saw me go up the gangway, they were sad and crying. But now I know as I leave the ship and go down the gangway back in the United States, I'm going to be the sad one and my parents will be the happy ones.
As I sail back home to the U.S., I realize that I'm not coming back the same as I was before I left. I feel as though I've gained a greater understanding of the world, of other cultures, of other people, and of myself. I understand my place on this planet. I know how I can affect change and how I can be changed. The world is truly our classroom, and I hope that none of us ever stop learning.
Good evening, Voyagers. It's been a pleasure to be the voice of the summer 2009 voyage. I hope that you've been educated, inspired, informed, and entertained, and it is an honor to welcome you into the Semester at Sea alumni ranks. Good night.